What's going on, guys? Oh my Godzilla, back here with another very exciting Godzilla figure review. Guys, today we are taking a look at the Mondo SpaceGodzilla. Let's jump right in.
Oh my god!
Alrighty, guys, we are back here. First things first, I want to take a quick peek at this box. We got the Mondo logo, Godzilla here. I assume this says SpaceGodzilla, probably. I know that says Godzilla, so I assume it says SpaceGodzilla. Really, really awesome box artwork, guys. I assume this is the artist here. But I really enjoy this box artwork. Side kind of has a picture, kind of just a continuation of the tail. It's all kind of one picture. Really cool. On all the sides there. Bottom tells you who does the design, the packaging. Oh, there's the, yeah. So, packaging, all that, Mondo links. And top of the box, gonna have this dealio. Let's jump into the figure. So here we are back with our Mondo SpaceGodzilla, guys. This came out very, very recently. They did a couple different variants. I think there might have been a pinkish one, and then there was one that looks like the Trendmasters figure. This is the only one I got because these Mondo figures are very hard to get. They're very expensive, and it was just kind of a whole mess. I didn't really want to try and tackle all the versions. And there was a Biolante that came out that was really cool that I missed, but I had to go ahead and pull the trigger on this SpaceGodzilla because it was just so darn cool. And guys, I'm definitely not regretting it. I think this is a really, really cool rendition of SpaceGodzilla. A really unique kind of take on SpaceGodzilla. Fairly film accurate, but also kind of, you know, just a different look. But I think they did a really, really good job. Starting down at the bottoms of the feet. Got nice white toe claws. Moving into some pink shading as you get closer to the foot there. And then the foot has great detail. Tons of detail on every piece of kind of just all of the little texture on SpaceGodzilla's body. This texture kind of goes throughout the whole figure. The knees look great, great detail on there. And then the knee, even the knee pads kind of have, you know, some textures, not just a, you know, it's a flat surface. Kind of underside of him, got some detail going there. Good detail underneath the tail. Cool Mondo stamp on the foot. Bottom of the tail all the way up has this good kind of texture detail. And it almost like has like a hint of like multiple colors in there. Like they did a really good job painting this guy. Middle of the body has a couple different colors, kind of this purplish and then like a more brownish in the middle. Really, really nice detail all the way through. Moving into the arms, the finger claws have that same cool pink hue on the edges, as do all the shoulder crystals and his kind of back spines. The back spines are really cool because they have kind of a blue at the very base, into that kind of pinkish, getting lighter as you get closer to the end, and then a super crisp white cap to finish it off. Tail is done all the way. Every spine is painted very accurately, I might add. Also, really cool how accurate these spines are. Really great painting on this. Really cool end of the tail. Guys, I might have to start getting into Mondo figures. This is my very first Mondo figure, so I can't really compare it to too much. But I'm really a huge fan. Guys, let's check out the face of this SpaceGodzilla. They did a really good job here on the face detail. I love how kind of you have these little candy corns for his little side tusks. Colors on that is great. The teeth look great. It's all one kind of chunk, but there is texture. So there's not like actual space between the teeth. It's just kind of all black vinyl in there. But it looks great. Really great painting. Really good colors. They even threw a little bit of color on the roots of the teeth. They look really crisp, really good. Everything about the face looks great. Good detailed point. Got the ear. The main power stone, whatever you want to call it, on SpaceGodzilla's head looks great. And the eyes are phenomenal. I love that gold color that cuts through. And it's actually a different gold color on the eyes than anywhere else. It's not kind of this yellowish. It's a straight up gold. They used that, you know, specifically just for the eyes, and it looks awesome. I really, really think they did a great job painting and sculpting this figure. Like I said, I might have to try and get myself a Mondo here and there because this figure is so darn awesome. It is really a beauty. Guys, moving into some size comparisons, the first thing I wanted to go ahead and show this guy off next to was the Trendmasters Godzilla. Very similar height. Fairly similar build to an extent. Obviously, this Trendmaster's got the really long, windy tail, whereas the Mondo just kind of has the small S tail here. But very similar vibes from both of them. And the pictures, look them up if you want to. They did the same sculpt, but with this paint style. It looks gorgeous. I really wish I was able to pick up all the Mondos because I'm definitely sold. I'm a huge fan of this SpaceGodzilla. So definitely going to be on the lookout for more Mondos. But there is how he's going to scale up height-wise to the Trendmasters. Next up is going to be our 8-inch Bandai. Again, tail is going to be longer, but height-wise, very similar. So these the Mondos are sitting right about 8 inches, 8 and change, right in that ballpark. You can see how they kind of scale up that way. Obviously, this guy's got kind of a wider build. It's kind of stockier, but then the Bandai definitely has the longer tail. But there's your height comparison, at least mostly, for the 8-inch Bandai. Just because here is one of our 6-inch Bandais. Obviously, not going to have much scaling. Nothing really similar about the two, except for they're both based on SpaceGodzilla. And then also just wanted to throw them next to the SH Monster Arts just to show the size comparison of Mondo, SH Monster Arts. Obviously, two totally different takes on SpaceGodzilla, but I just wanted to give you the side-by-side. And also, it's cool to point out that on the SH Monster Arts, we do have some of that, you can see that purple hue around the claws. So really cool that they translated that into the Mondo figure. Just something awesome to note. Alrighty, guys, this has been the Mondo SpaceGodzilla. Definitely a fan. Like I said, this is my first Mondo figure ever. Articulation-wise, guys, nothing on the head. It almost looked like there's a seam kind of to spin there, but I'm not going to risk breaking anything. Arm articulation is a yes. Obviously not going to be 360 because it just runs along there. Legs are very stuck, but you can get them to move. So definitely some leg articulation on the Mondo. I don't love doing it too much because that foot's going to rub against that tail. So I don't want that to do much. I actually have not articulated these feet at all yet. So kind of breaking them up, getting them once you get past that initial little break, it's pretty easy sailing from there into the tail, guys. Pretty easy articulation on the main part of the tail. Maybe articulation on the secondary part. It looks like this is a joint of some sort, but I'm not going to mess with it because it feels awkward. Anyways, guys, the Mondo SpaceGodzilla, 10 out of 10 recommend. I love it. I'm definitely sold on Mondo. Definitely want to start collecting more of them. Money permitting, obviously, mostly. But definitely a huge fan. I love what they did with this guy. I'd love to track down the other variants, and I'd love to start getting on top of all of the Mondo releases. They do them weird, though. They do them like a live drop. I think this one was limited to maybe 750. And they sell out. I've tracked a couple of Mondo sales, SpaceGodzilla Biollante. They all sell out super quick, so you got to be on top of them. If you want it, you got to be on top of it and buy it ASAP, or you're paying crazy scalper prices to get these figures. But if you can get them on release, they are definitely worth it. Really, really a cool figure. I hope those of you who wanted one got it, and good luck to the rest of you if you are interested in this figure. It's going to be... you might have to be paying scalper prices on there, so I do apologize for that. But guys, Mondo SpaceGodzilla, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Does anyone else have this figure? Let me know your thoughts on Mondo as a whole. Definitely looking forward to hopefully trying to get a couple more Mondo figures in my collection. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. We'll see you in the next one.